Hello! I'm going to take a little walk through the garden, see how it's all looking, make a bit of a plan, note the things that need doing the weekend. So in here I've got a little house of squashes, pumpkins and courgettes. They're living on the muck heap, living their best life. But I've had to give them a netting cover to keep the sun off them. They weren't appreciating. There used to be shade here, which there isn't now, so that's some artificial shade for them. And here is my newest planted up area. Was just hidden by a big tree that we've taken down, so nothing's grown here for a long time. So we've got all sorts going on in here now. It doesn't look very exciting through the camera, but I'm quite excited by it because I've packed in lots of stuff. I mean, if it all grows, there won't be room for all of it. We'll have to do some jigging about, but while it's all small, poke a few more things in. Got a few cosmos added as well to add some colour. And the pansies I bought last October for Halloween. They've been in pots by the house and I've moved them to here. I can't believe they're still flowering. Well, they're primulas, but they are absolutely beautiful. Oh, there's a nettle. Maybe he needs to come out of there, but never mind. Here we've got all sorts going on. I can't even remember everything I've planted in here. There's some bulbs, there's some summer bulbs. And then there's lots of little shrubs. What I was really looking for was a nice scented winter area. And at the moment this is where that is happening. So with Daphne and the, what are they called, Sarcococca. And then I've put in some of the nice brightly coloured stemmed wood, dogwood. And so hopefully it'll have some interest through the winter because it's quite close to the house and where I park the lorry, so I see it quite a lot. So we'll have a moochie round. So here's the rhododendrons. There's a young one. Oh yeah, down there still got his label on it. So we've got quite a lot of bindweed I have to keep pulling back, but there's a new rhodie in there, but all these others have been here a while and they didn't like the dry. Last year or the year before, I think it was the year before, they'd already really struggled. And then of course last year was awful for them. Again, they're meant to be in the shade, they're meant to be under trees, and the canopy has changed. So over that side we've got more shade and over this side we don't. So I'm not sure if they're gonna really thrive. But over here we're still happy and flowering, and I've got some feed for them and I can just keep trying. I have actually weeded it this year, which is the first time in a couple of years. So we've got some space underneath. There's a massive gap where I need to fill with another rhododendron or an azalea. I might go azalea, just for a slightly different look, leaf and resilience, hopefully. It grows loads of nettles, so I have pulled them all up. They're coming back, so I need to do that again. So that's a little job. Wouldn't take long because there aren't many now. Keep on top of it. They're fabulous. Evergreen, so it doesn't look awful, although these are looking a bit sad in places. But then the flowers are great, even though they're not terribly long-lived. But what's happened there? I've lost a bit of a branch. This one's gone over. So he's been out and finished. Ah, we have a weed growing up the middle of there. We've got it must be an ash. That doesn't need to be there. And here we have a beautiful Acer, which is fabulous. So I did wonder about getting another Acer to go in the middle of there, which, you know, gives it all a nice bit of shade. So maybe that would be a more sensible solution. But obviously it's not going to be that big. And to buy a big Acer, it's like £350, which obviously isn't going to happen. So I could start with a £15 one, but it takes so long to grow. So I'm not really sure. Probably end up doing nothing as usual. Just wait and see. That's a lovely white flower on that one. A Hebe thing. that has been trimmed and is growing back. Right, anyway, that's not very exciting. So if we go around here, nicely trimmed hedge, to a path that at the moment is leading to nowhere. So again, this needs weeding, clearing. It's mostly oregano, it's gone mad, and daisies, oxeye daisies. And I keep cutting back the brambles. So I want to reinstate this path back to the steps, clear the steps so that we can actually get around. And there's the pond. The goldfish are darting about, having a great time. Look, they've all hidden now. No flowers on the lilies yet, but the other thing, oh, is it called? It's a tree, is it? Water willow or something, I can't remember what it is, but that's growing well over there. All the azaleas will be azaleas. The oh my gosh, oh dear, that's not very good. So just noticing that this flower bed is completely full of oregano, completely. So that's going to need a tidy up because that's ridiculous. Kind of completely full of oregano. Anemones, that's what I was trying to think of. So we've got anemones, they're over there. They didn't used to be over there. They used to be over here. This bed was full of them. And they've almost all, migrated. There's a few on the edge. So they've, oh, there's a lovely dragonfly. Let's see if we can zoom in on that one. Come on, camera, work for me. Look at that. Beautiful dragonfly. Dragonfly appreciation. And so yeah, all the azaleas have all, not azaleas, I've done it again. Anemones have all migrated over there. Rockery, with like low growing plants. But no. We're all going to grow over here. So that's annoying. Anyway, I shall have to try and rid out some of this oregano and put something else in there that's going to be prettier. I know it grows lovely flowers in the autumn and the bees love it, but or summer, maybe late summer, but it's not what's meant to be there. So I need to clear this path. Oh look, we've got a bag ready for all the weeds, which actually aren't mostly weeds, just plants in the wrong place. I'd like to be able to get through the gates. So again, the anemones have all grown where you don't want them. And the path up the side here is again housing anemones that we don't need. Up there, it's the back of the wisteria. There is something growing out the top of the wisteria that needs to go as well, isn't there? Oh yeah, it's a hawthorn. You can see its lovely blossom, so that's not supposed to be there. So I need to find the bottom of the hawthorn and chop that off. Right, so that's a few jobs to do. Nettles, oregano, path, steps. Oh, I can't even find the steps. I've been hacking back the lawn, and there's a green line across the lawn, which is where somebody's been trip-trapping over the winter. So there's a little path where the grass was lower, shorter, and that stayed nice and green, whereas this was all overgrown. And now that we've mown it, it is all dead underneath, so that's a bit of a shame. But never mind, it'll come back sometime. There's no rush for the lawn. Can't be doing with lawns. At least if it's dead, it doesn't grow. So very shady corner of nothing very exciting. It's a bit tricky to get things to grow in that dark, shady corner. When I say that, I haven't really tried very hard. What's there is happy, so we'll just stick with what's there and just weed out the weeds. Let it fit itself. Yes, the same things that are by the pond. Anemones have migrated to here as well now and are taking over my bed of penstemons, so I think I'm going to have to hack them back a bit. Maybe if I dig those up and I could put them back down there where the oregano is, take the oregano out and put them back where they're supposed to be. There's a plan. Oh, there's a lovely rose up there. I don't think this rose has flowered for ages, so wow. They're all old, the roses in this garden, well, all bar one or two. And so that one's really quite old. It doesn't have any scent to it. I don't know if any of them really have much scent to them, sadly. So this is all doing its thing. Ivy on the wall that I've been getting, I mean, you wouldn't believe I've been trying to get rid of that. And it just looks as abundant as ever. So that needs some work. Keep trying. It's been a fabulous year so far for lupins. These are looking grandiosa. So the lupins everywhere are looking good. Campanula looking a bit dry now. So here is a rose that we had as a present, and it was described as a black rose, and you can see the colour is so dark red. It almost looks like it's dying, but that's how it looks. That's kind of its thing. They look dried and yeah, quite a special looking creature. See if that's got any whiff to it. No, no scent at all. Hello, Poppy. And I've got no words today. One of them anyway. Oh, and some of that. Oh, allium, that's the one. Dear oh dear. This is a bed that I have, I won't say a constant battle with, because I don't even bother battling with it. I have a bit of a battle every now and again, and I haven't recently, with the ground elder, so I do need to weed that out. So that's another little thing for the list. And then other than that, I just let it do its thing, because it's so dense with roots from all the shrubbery. The roses. We've got a lot of wild dog roses in the garden, like these. This one's quite upright. I suppose I don't cut these off as much. There's some that are right down at the ground and I just keep chopping them off. And I imagine that they weren't dog roses, but they've been, it's an old dog rose rootstock, and the grafted on thing has died. Could be wrong, but there's quite a lot of them, and I don't know that you would choose them. But that one's actually rather lovely. Look at him up there. Look at him get in on that flower. Look at that. It's pink with yellow in the middle. It's gorgeous. I do like them in hedgerows, so look, there's one there as well. So, oops, am I pointing at the right? The sun's very bright. Yeah, don't know why you're there and there. So, yeah, you've got to be really careful weeding, because you can just grab a rose. There's one, and there. So I suppose they're just sending out babies. That one doesn't have any flowers on it. So I get a bit frustrated with this patch, but there's not a lot you can do with it unless it was really radical, and so we just let it go. There's a geranium that definitely wasn't planted there. It's funny how plants move. They definitely move to where they'd rather be. I mean, a lot of them die if they don't like it, but some of them just pack their little bags and pull up their skirts and toddle off somewhere else. Now this is gorgeous. Look at this rose. It's absolutely beautiful. So this is on that same row, so I imagine the others would have been this kind of rose, but instead, as I say, we've got it sitting right next to a dog rose again, and that's, I would have thought, for its time, it was quite a formal garden. I wouldn't have thought they'd have planted these, so I wonder, as I say, if that is the rootstock of something that's since disappeared, as in maybe they were planted wrongly. Oh, excitement. That rose smells of something. Have a whiff of that. It's subtle, it's not over strong or overbearing, but wow, that's a lovely scent. Yeah, definitely smells good enough to eat. Needs a little bit of work here under the tree. So this is a silver pear tree. When it's dreadfully dry, like last year, it grows silver pears. Otherwise, it doesn't bother. It's a lovely tree. You can get underneath it, lovely bit of shade. Obviously, the nettles love it. Here's a water butt that I had all intentions of collecting water in to water the dahlias, but it's not even standing upright, so it's not going to collect any water like that, is it? I'm going to rig up some a bit of a crisscross of guttering around the back here where no one can see it, to fill that, but I haven't done that yet. So wow, I mean, the prettiest part of the garden. You can't see it. Gorgeous roses, a mixture. They are fab. And then, is this an orange blossom? I'm sure I might have to give it a sniff and see. Is it too early for an orange blossom? I have to Google it, see what this one is. It has got a scent, but I don't think it's an orange blossom. So, yeah, ever so pretty. Ever so pretty with a little bit of a sniff to it, which I don't think I can get walking past, but you might get it in the evening more so. And everything calms down. It's had the heat on it all day. The path, we started the path last week. I think I did take a picture or two, but I'm not sure I put it on. So this needs a good sweeping, good sorting. Had to do a little bit of trimming of this really rather scrumptious rose, who I don't think has flowered like this in years. So it's obviously a good year for roses. And again, I don't think it has any scent to it. No, it's very terribly, terribly subtle. I mean, look at that. Beautiful. So it's got two tones where it's gone, the older ones and the newer ones, all growing together, and you've got this bit of a mixture of colours then. It's just stunning. Against the blue sky. Gosh, you could be anywhere, couldn't you? Go back down. There's nothing along the patio really, I don't think, or maybe there's a bit on the... Oh, I know. One of my favourite things in the garden. We've got lots of lovely thyme. Some sedums. There's that black rose again. And here is a rock rose. Rockery plant that is just delightful. It's slightly gone over now. Everything looks a little bit better when it's had a bit of rain on it. When you've had a hot day, everything just goes that little bit flat. Like the lupins have just lost that edge of colour. They were really vibrant, and now the heat's just made them go, So, as we were, back down the path. Back down the path. Geraniums. Not a lot going on down here, but it's all green and lovely, and it's nice to have a bit of shade. The birds love it. Get a lot of bird life down here. So we are repairing steps. This is a big job where the steps are all coming loose. So we've had to dig them out, take everything out, put them back, and then we need to do a bit of cementing of some description to try and make them stay. Handrails need replacing. That one's fell on the floor. They're a bit ugly, these handrails. I don't know if we really need them. I wonder if we could put something a bit more sympathetic. I mean, that's an old fence post by the looks of it, and the one at the bottom is definitely a fence post. I like the rails, but I don't like the uprights. This thing, no idea what it's called. I've tried dig it. You can't dig it, the roots are awful. I think I've tried spraying it. I've tried cutting it many times. It does not go. So carry on. There's a rose there again. I think I might have planted that one. It's one of those mini ones. Ooh, 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 there's a flower. Some salvia. And some lovely snapdragons. Just trying to add some colour over here. This is a terribly, terribly dry area. It's built up so it drains, and it is very dry. So I have to cart water over here. It's also the furthest part of the garden. Carting water over here is a bit of an effort, so I kind of forget it. But I'm trying, because it's nice to have a bit of colour there at the end. This hasn't been touched yet. This is all scruffy, 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 scruffy. Here is some nice honeysuckle and a blimey, completely brainless today. Everything's escaped my mind. This is a Judas tree. That's it, Judas tree. There's these massive, they're tiny at the moment, massive seed pods. Oh, there's a naughty hawthorn growing up through it too. Have to get rid of that. This is what I've been working on just last weekend, planting up this bed again. I was pleased with what had survived. More had survived than I thought, and now I've poked in all sorts of new things, including some dahlias. I think they'll like it. They get a nice amount of sun. It's dry. I can water them. That one there obviously needs some staking. It's not doing very well. But the others are looking good. I think they'll like it there. They get enough sun without being completely cooked. Jacob's ladder and the Cerinthe I've poked in various places. Now then, over here, this might be a bit sad looking over here, but we can try. There's a peony. Ooh, hallelujah, look at the peony. He's looking happy. I always miss the peonies. I so forget that they're out, and that's got a nice smell. And look, there's loads coming on there. That looks quite healthy. Ooh, a little bit of sticky weed. Nice bit of sticky weed. And nettles, yeah. And then lots and lots of comfrey. Comfrey. Sticky weed. So here we have lots of comfrey. It's nice to have. I think it's pretty. Dies down fairly quickly. We'll use it to make plant food. So I'll come and hack some of this down. That's another job. Put that one on the list. Come and get some comfrey to put in water. Make some plant food. There's certainly plenty of it. We don't need it all here. This is a funny bed. It used to have a big pampas grass in it, and it died in 2010 in that cold winter. And I have really struggled to get other things to take, the things I've wanted to grow. Morning sun. Although actually now it's quite shaded by all the trees, so probably not a lot of sun. It's much more shaded than I think we are. So yeah, it struggled a little bit with the things. So I'm kind of letting it go, letting it just fill with what it wants to. There's some elder in there. That's not meant to be there. To find the base of that, chop that out. And some more Jacob's ladder. That seems to like it. That's happy. This is some kind of hydrangea, I think. Looks like on the leaf. It might not be. The different geranium. And this is a lovely tree peony. Now, I've missed that flower, but that is one I love. Really nice big yellow flowers, but they're gone for this year. Oh wow, a lot of sticky weed. Let's make sticky weed juice. Juice. Have to bend over. Yeah, more nettles. Oh, put weeding on the list. Oh, that's a nice flower. Look at it. So they're still flowering, keeping going, the hellebores. So many different types, so they do their thing at different times. So I got cut out. So yeah, so I noticed it and I thought, well, that's rather nice. So I started looking after it a bit. I had all the cut out all the dead wood and give it a bit of a pruning every now and again. I mean, you certainly don't need to do much to it, but wow, it looks such a now. And I do have to attend it because it gets too heavy. So many blooms, which it looks like it's going to be again this year. Oh, and another tree that needs removing, an oak tree that's now, I don't know, 8 foot tall. So that's no good there. Right, well, I think we've been pretty much everywhere. Oh no, we'll have a little look at these lupins up here. Oh, they're gorgeous. That might be an azalea actually. With those leaves, it's a rhododendron or an azalea. An azalea is a type of rhododendron. Is it that way around? I think so. Anyway, this is all lovely. Lots and lots of things going on in here. It's meant to be a dahlia bed, but it's so full of perennials now. There's not much room for the dahlias. And again, the lupins have gone mental, but they are just going over now. They've lost their real bright vividness. This one hasn't got as much going on in it. Some scabia. Oh, very pretty. These are just fab, these aqualegias. I mean, that's just a mental little flower. All this poofiness. So this one's better. Has a bit more shade over here. It's just a happier bed. It always has been. I can never, even though they're meant to be a pair, can't grow them as a pair. the one definitely gets so much more light than the other, and they just don't grow the same things, which is tricky when they're right smack bang in front of the house. And the hostas. So we've got some flowers coming on the hostas. Full. I don't know what happened around here. This was full. And something's died off. Something's been poorly, so I'm going to have to get maybe another hosta to go in there. We've definitely lost something. Oh well, it's an excuse to go shopping, isn't it? Not exactly a massive shop. I don't like shopping, but I can go and buy a hosta or two. That'd be fun. Anyway, I think that's it. That's the magnolia, lost its flowers now, but I think that's the tour for today. Plenty of jobs to do for the weekend. So enjoy the sun while it's here.